Published, 14:22 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 26th of June 2018. Updated, 14:22 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 26th of June 2018. Denver, AP. Democrat Jared Polis, a five-term congressman, and Cary Kennedy, a former state treasurer, offer stands on schools, energy and public lands to the left of the centrist Democrat they want to succeed as Coloradans wrap up voting in gubernatorial primaries on Tuesday. Republicans, meanwhile, hope to take a governor's office they haven't held since 2007, and the GOP race will select a challenger who offers a starkly different vision for Purple State Colorado that aligns with Washington's immigration crackdown and attempts to dismantle the Affordable Care Act. The race to succeed two-term Gov. John Hickenlooper tops the midterm primary, one in which unaffiliated voters, the state's largest voting bloc, can participate without having to affiliate with one or the other of the major parties. A Voter Pass 2016 initiative allows them to do so. File in this Monday, June 18, 2018. File photograph. Democratic candidate for Colorado's governorship, Donna Lynn, responds to a question during a televised debate in Denver. Colorado's primary election to determine which candidate will earn the Democratic nomination is set for Tuesday, June 26. AP photo. David Zalabowski. File. Hickenlooper has balanced oil and gas development with clean air standards, and as a former brewpub entrepreneur has overseen unprecedented economic growth in this rapidly growing state of 5.6 million. Republican Secretary of State Wayne Williams said his office invested $900,000 in educating unaffiliated voters about the change. Each received 2 ballots, one Democrat, one Republican, and, if they chose, could return just one of them by mail or at drop-off centers. Return both and they cancel out. Citizens who make decisions here typically vote both Democrat and Republican. They're used to being able to pick a Democrat for one office and a Republican for another office, Williams said. My goal has been to keep the disqualification rate as low as possible. As of Tuesday morning, 833,638 voters, about 22% of eligible voters, had returned their ballots. 324,206 Democrats, 311,329 Republicans and 198,130 unaffiliated voters. Kelly Kyle, a 40-year-old administrator for a food service company, slid her completed ballot into a downtown Denver drop box Tuesday. She felt the crowded field of Democrats in the race were similar and ultimately based her decision to vote for Cary Kennedy in the governor's race on the endorsement of Emily's List, a political group that backs female Democratic candidates. Kyle said she will support whoever wins the Democratic primary in November, but she wants to see more progressive, pro-choice women elected around the country. I definitely think it's advantageous to have more women in these positions to bring a different perspective, she said. Republicans and Democrats are offering starkly different post-Hickenlooper visions for Colorado's role, or resistance, in implementing Trump administration policies on immigration, the environment, taxes and health care. Among the Democrats, Polis is a tech entrepreneur, former State Board of Education member and founder of English-language schools for immigrants. He has sparred with Kennedy over public education policy in the wake of teacher protests that gripped Colorado, Arizona and other states this spring. Kennedy wrote a state constitutional amendment designed to increase public education funding and is endorsed by Colorado's largest teachers union. But a misleading attack ad on Polis and former state senator Mike Johnston, himself an educator, by a pro-Kennedy teachers spending committee tapered the momentum of her grassroots campaign. LTGOV. Donna Lynn, a former healthcare executive, also is running. All agree that Colorado must change constitutional restrictions on taxation and spending to confront its rapid growth. All espouse universal health care, protecting public lands and promoting renewable energy. The Republican candidates uniformly oppose any tampering with that amendment and embrace Trump's stance on immigration, tax cuts and promoting oil and gas, a $31 billion industry in Colorado. all differ, with Trump on his trade policy, warning that tariffs in the initial stages of a global trade war will harm the state's economy. Treasurer Walker Stapleton, a relation to President George W. Bush, has looked past the primary, criticizing Polis' $12 million investment in his campaign and his support for local control of fracking. Victor Mitchell, a former state representative, portrays himself as an outsider, has invested nearly $5 million in his own campaign, and challenged Stapleton's truthfulness, especially his claim, since abandoned, to be the only U.S. state treasurer to endorse Trump's income tax cuts last fall. Investment banker Doug Robinson, a nephew of former presidential nominee Mitt Romney, is a first-time candidate for public office. Rounding out the field is Greg Lopez, a former Parker mayor and regional director for the U.S. Small Business Administration. In suburban Denver's 6th congressional district, two Democrats are battling for the chance to unseat five-term Republican U.S. Rep. Mike Coffman. Jason Crow, a former Army Ranger, is the party favorite. Levi Tillman, a former advisor to the U.S. Energy Department during the Obama administration, has tried to court anti-establishment forces on the left. In El Paso County's 5th congressional district, incumbent U.S. Representative Doug Lamborn faces a Republican primary challenge from State Senator Owen Hill and Darrell Glenn, an El Paso County commissioner who ran unsuccessfully for U.S. Senate in 2016. The conservative Colorado Springs district has elected Lamborn to 6 consecutive terms. Associated Press writers Brian Eason and Kathleen Foodie contributed to this report. Sign up for Politics in Focus, a weekly newsletter showcasing the app's best political reporting from around the country leading up to the midterm elections. http://opni.ws/3iscra. File in this Tuesday, June 19, 2018. File photograph. Republican candidate for Colorado's governorship, Greg Lopez, responds to a question during a televised debate in Denver. Colorado's primary election to determine which candidate will earn the Republican nomination is set for Tuesday, June 26. AP photo, David Zalabowski. File in this Monday, June 18, 2018. File photograph. Democratic candidate for Colorado's governorship, Cary Kennedy, considers a question during a televised debate in Denver. Colorado's primary election to determine which candidate will earn the Democratic nomination is set for Tuesday, June 26. AP photo, David Zalabowski. File in this Monday, June 18, 2018. File photograph. Democratic candidate for Colorado's governorship, Mike Johnston, responds to a question during a televised debate in Denver. Colorado's primary election to determine which candidate will earn the Democratic nomination is set for Tuesday, June 26. AP photo, David Zalabowski. File in this Friday, June 8, 2018. File photograph. Doug Robinson, candidate for the Republican nomination to run for Colorado's governorship, speaks at the Western Conservative Summit in Denver. AP photo, David Zalabowski. File in this Monday, January 15, 2018. File photograph. U.S. Rep. Jared Polis, D. Colo, greets marchers as they gather to take part in the annual parade to mark the birthday of slain civil rights leader Martin Luther King, Jr. In Denver, Polis is facing 3 other candidates in a primary election Tuesday, June 26, to earn the Democratic nomination to run for Colorado's governorship in November. AP photo, David Zalabowski. File in this Thursday, Jan. 25, 2018. File photograph. Colorado State Treasurer Walker Stapleton looks on from a courtside seat in the second half of an NBA basketball game in Denver. Stapleton is vying with 3 other Republicans in a primary election Tuesday, June 26, to earn the right to run as the Republican candidate for Colorado's open governor's seat in November. AP photo, David Zalabowski. File in this Tuesday, June 19, 2018. File photograph. Republican candidate for Colorado's governorship, Victor Mitchell, gestures to supporters during a televised debate in Denver. Colorado's primary election to determine which candidate will earn the Republican nomination is set for next Tuesday, June 26. AP photo, David Zalabowski. File, sorry we are not currently accepting comments on this article.